Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you my super simple 3-step process trading strategy that is going to help you pass your funded account challenges and also get multiple payouts. Now, not only am I going to be teaching you the strategy, but I'm also going to be breaking down a trade that I took literally today, which helped me get over $1,000 in profit, as you can see right there, and that is across 5 accounts. So altogether I made $5,000 utilizing this one simple strategy. So let's jump straight into it. Step number 1 is understanding the overall structure and direction of the market. So for that, all we're simply going to do is come up to a higher time frame, such as the daily, the 4-hour, or even the hourly, and we're simply just going to follow structure to see exactly what it's telling us. Now, as we can see with the Russell 2000, which is what we're currently trading at the moment, it's very clearly in a bullish trend. We're creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So we're overall bullish, and we're anticipating that buyers are going to be in control more than the sellers. So once we understand our overall direction of the market, we can simply say that our bias is bullish and we're only going to be looking for buying positions. So we're in line with the trend. And as they say, the trend is your friend. So that is step number 1 already ticked off. Nice and simple. Now for step number 2, we're going to come down to the lower time frames, and that is going to be the 15 minutes for us. And step number 2 includes identifying liquidity and where key areas of interest are in the market. And liquidity is always resting below number 1, session highs and session lows. Number 2, daily highs and daily lows. These are going to be your immediate draws on liquidity, and we're going to identify them by utilizing a simple indicator which is going to mark out the London session and the Asian session, so we don't have to do anything. These are already identified, and all we simply do is come onto our charts, take a horizontal ray, and we place it at the highs and the lows of all of these session points. So we've got our London high, London low, Asia low, Asian high. And we can see that the Asian low has already been taken during the London session. So when we come to our trading window, which is going to be at the New York Stock Exchange Open, what we can see is that we have yet to take the London lows. This means that if we go ahead, take out the London lows, we're going to be in line with the higher time frame trend. And if we look for buys, because we're in line with the bullish bias, we're going to be following the trend. And as they say, the trend is your friend. So this would make for a very good setup. So we're starting to put together exactly what we need to do, right? First, we've understood that the overall direction of the market is bullish. So we're going to be looking for long positions. Number 2, we've identified that we've got liquidity sitting below the London session. So if we sweep that, we can then look for a buy position. So now what we can do is drop down to the 1-minute time frame. And as we come over to 2:30, if I play the next candle, you can see that right there at exactly 2:30, the New York Stock Exchange opens. And what do? We go ahead and we take out the liquidity that is sat below the London session. So the London liquidity gets taken out by the New York Stock Exchange Open. So now we move on to step number 3, which is looking for our entry confirmation. Now, if I play price on, we can see that price does dig a little bit deeper. It continues to push, and eventually we get our entry confirmation right there. So what are we looking for? I don't know if you guys have already spotted it, but what we're looking for is an inverse fair value gap. So right here, we had this bearish fair value gap, which price then absolutely disrespected and broke through. This means that we've disrespected this bearish fair value gap, and there is a high chance that price will come, tap into this, and continue higher. So that is exactly what we are looking for. So I actually had this identified like this, the fair value gap right there, and I was looking to take my entry right here. And then I had my stops just below this low for a nice 4-point stop. And I was targeting the highs just here because we've got, again, more liquidity that is sat above these highs. So this is the trade that I had right here, marked out, ready to go. But unfortunately, price completely missed me, did not come back to tag me in, and it just flew higher. Right? And these things happen in trading. There's going to be times when the setup looks absolutely perfect. You've done everything that you can, but price just doesn't play ball. It just doesn't enter you in, and that's perfectly fine, right? That's what happened to us today. And I could have sat there and been salty and cried about it, but instead I said, perfectly fine, right? These things happen. So I removed this limit, and then I sat and I waited and I watched what price does. So what price does is, number one, it creates this bullish leg to the upside. So first we understand that we are overall bullish in direction. So the market is going higher, right? We've swept the London liquidity, so we've taken everything out, and we're continuing higher. So we're in line with the higher time frame trend. And what do we do here, right? We create this bullish fair value gap. So when we create this bullish fair value gap, our anticipation is that we are going to come to close out this fair value gap before continuing higher. So with that understanding, we now drop down to the 1 minute time frame, which is going to be our entry time frame. And what we simply do is we wait for our entry confirmation. So if I play price on, what we can see is that not only do we tap into this 15-minute fair value gap, but we have the exact same thing that happened earlier, where we created this bearish fair value gap, which got absolutely disrespected, as you can see right there. Price blast straight through it. So this is all that I needed in order for me to confirm that we are looking to go higher. I then took my entry at the open with a very tight stop loss, basically 2 points. And my targets were all the way up here for a nice 1 to 4 risk to reward, with this being our liquidity targets. And now if I continue to play price on, we can see that we get tapped in, price gets close to our stop loss. However, we absolutely just rip it to the upside and we hit our take profit. And as you can see today, RTY, which is a Russell 2000, September 22 at 3:33 p.m. in the afternoon until 4 p.m. So it took half an hour for this trade to complete, well, 28 minutes. And we netted a nice $1,000 overall across 5 accounts. So that's $5,000 in profit. So nice and simple for that trade. Let's do a quick recap of exactly what we understood. So first and foremost, component one is that we are identifying the overall direction of the market. So very clearly we are bullish, putting in higher highs and higher lows. Number two, we drop down to the 15-minute time frame and we identify where our key points of liquidity are so that we can look to take out these liquidity areas and then take price in the pro trend direction. We got that sweep of liquidity, but we weren't able to capitalize on our entry criteria. So we had this bullish move, but instead of letting that be all, we identified that we also have this bullish fair value gap in line with our higher time frame bias. We then drop down to the 1 minute, wait for price to tap into it, give us our entry confirmation. We simply just take price to the next area of liquidity, and that is simply it. Nice and easy, 3 steps, and this is all you need in order to pass your funded account challenges and get multiple payouts. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, then please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe, as it goes a long way into helping out this channel and for me to continue making all of these completely free videos for you guys. So let me know if you have any suggestions for any other type of content that you might want to see. If you want me to do more trade breakdowns, if you want me to do multiple different trading strategies, let me know down in the comment section. But that is pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, again, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. But on that note, I'll catch you guys in the next video.